The birds are mating outside. It is 6:50 p.m. I have leftover sushi and a cookie as breakfast, and you can't tell me that this is not healthy. And if you do, the time you watch the video, I already have eaten it, and I'm pretty sure I've already have digested it. Hello, the queen of awkward intros is back. I'm still eating on my cookie and sushi. But in today's video, we are doing a first impression, like all the wear time test on the new Hourglass mineral. Oh, it's not mineral veil, it's the Hourglass veil hydrating skin tint and the Huda Onecoat. Wow, and before you come at me, you didn't know why. If you would follow me on Instagram, which you clearly should, you would know that I did, but not as bad as you think, because I got both products for €3. How did I do this, you ask? Well, just like you have an Ulta in the States, I have in Germany another shop where you can like collect points and you can redeem those points into money off. So I had so many points that I got like, I don't know, like 70, €80 off. And well, how much was it? 70, I think, because this retails for €54, but this was on sale for 20, so 74, yeah, €70 off that. That's completely right. I will be doing like first impression application thing, and then do a wear test, come back in the evening, do stuff, and for the Onecoat, wow, I will show you the application. I have ranted about both of these products in my Would I Buy It / You Don't Need That Shit videos, but then I saw two of my favorite YouTubers, Charlotte Holcroft and Tanya B. Wells, testing these, and I was like, oh. Because usually when Tanya likes a product, 9.9 out of 10 times I will like that product too. So, could the birds please shut the fuck up? So I came a bit closer so you can see more and just appreciate my bare face. I've seen people doing these like wear time tests and basically do everything different from the routine they usually do with their foundations, and you won't see me doing that here because I think that's just false, like even to myself. I always wear primer. I always wear an underpainting glow primer. It's just what I do. And I do have one primer that I'm just currently applying that sets always the base. Like, this is the primer that I always use for new foundations, because if a foundation does not work with that primer, it won't work with any other one. It's just my personal experience. And I'm talking about the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is just the perfect primer that has like, it has no finish, but it preps the skin. I'm not too sure when exactly I will upload this video, but when you see this, the whole Pat McGrath drama probably has calmed a bit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link the video somewhere here, you can watch it. And today is Friday. What date is it? July 21st, and the Pat McGrath palette has been revealed, oh my god, at this point 2 days ago, and the drama has happened, and I'm still not sure if I should get it or not, because I had a conversation with a friend of mine on Instagram, and we were talking about this whole drama, and we like agreed on one thing, like the product and the social media team are two different things. Like, I said it in those Get Ready With Me, like I did one of the first videos I did where I talked about the YouTube dramas and cancelling shit, and I want to separate that, but at the same time, because this time this affected me too, I'm not sure, like if you don't know, just a little summary. People who were criticizing the new Pat McGrath color story got deleted. They deleted their comments, they blocked the creators. That's it. I did 2 comments too, criticizing that behavior, and I got deleted. So take that as you will. I also, no matter what foundation I use, I always use the Dr. Jar Cica Repair to balance out any like weird redness. And I'm also going in with the concealer. I'm currently using the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade, let me look that up, Light 1 Chantilly, whatever. I think it would just give off a false review if I do everything different in the first impression, but that's just like my opinion. If you don't like that, okay, fine. And maybe I'm not the one whose review is valuable to you, and that's completely fine. I love that today we have a nice neutral eye to work with. I just did my upper lash makeup with the Gloss Gods Lavender Skies. I think I haven't uploaded any looks with those palettes on my channel yet, because the thing is, film these looks. YouTube is limiting you as a creator when you upload shorts to a minute, and I hate that, because usually when I do a look I need at least 90 seconds, so I always am able to cut off the video to 90 seconds but not to 60 seconds, which is just like, what the fuck is wrong with YouTube? Someone commented that I should do a like compilation video of the looks, like all the short videos that I posted on Instagram and TikTok, and put that in a longer video here on YouTube. And I will definitely do that. We will start with that actually next week. So I am someone who is deleting the video as soon as I uploaded it. So that's why I deleted all of the shorts that or like the reels and TikToks that I did at this point. But the plan is from next week on, which is July 27th, I will save the looks and I will put them by the end of the week, when I did my 5 looks, all together in one video, and you will get this as a bonus video on Sunday. So I'm blending now in the Hollywood Flawless filter, since this is like the one that gives off the least amount of glow to me. And I always do this with new foundations: Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base and Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. Now it's time for the test, the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. I got the shade 3, since this one is the lightest that got described as fair with neutral undertones. 1 I think was cool undertones and 2 is with warm undertones. Let me just look that up. The Hourglass website is like cancer. I just clicked on the foundation and I'm not at the product side. No. I'm in the like promo side and I have to scroll and there is like nobody. Okay, 1 is fairest with cool undertones, 2 was very fair with warm undertones, and 3 fair with neutral undertones. And from the pictures it really looked like 3 would be it, and I'm so confused by those shades. It's just, I saw this on the video from Charlotte Holcroft, because between 3 and 10 everything is either cool or warm. There is no other like shade between 3 and 10 that is neutral, and Hourglass just has a problem with shades. It is what it is. So hopefully that matches. First of all, it comes in those like squishy packaging, but when you open it up, you have to twist it open. Oh. Why did I think this had a pump? Where does that came from? I'm 100% sure that in the other videos that I saw they had a pump, or am I just getting crazy at this point? Oh no. So let's pull off that little aluminum sticker. Oh, and don't mind the nails, please. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you don't know that I use UE airfoils. And they had this shade, I mean, just look at my pinky, it's all glitter. And these are awful because I've had them on since 5 days and 8 came off. So 8? No, 7 came off. Just awful. Don't buy this shade. Okay, now again, so here you have it. It's a squeezy tube and we're doing something that I just love to do. We're just squeezing it out. There it is. It looks okay. My hand is not the best way to decide whether a foundation matches or not because my hand is whiter than my skin, my face skin. So let me just, so this is the Hourglass one. Let me just put a foundation besides that is matching. So this is Hourglass and this is Hourglass shade 4. But you know, the Hourglass one is a skin tint, so it is quite forgiving. Am I crazy or is this not a neutral undertone? This is yellow. It's warm undertone. I put a dot of the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in the shade 1. So Hourglass, Charlotte Tilbury, Hourglass. Okay. This is not neutral. Hourglass, this is not fucking neutral. But we will see. Skin tints are very forgiving. Usually when you blend them out, it disappears. For example, the Ilia skin tint, let me show you that. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell, but this is straight up pink. And I'm definitely not a cool undertone, like rose undertone, but this blends away. Like this matches my skin so perfectly fine. I hope it does with the Hourglass one too. I squeezed a bit onto my mixing plate. And now I do what I always do. I tap it on the face. That looks warm yellow. I still have hope. And now I'm blending that out with the Rose Ink foundation brush. It's number 3. It's a really good foundation brush. What? So I have applied this now on this side of the face. This is just primer and underpainting glow, and there is not a like stripe in the middle. So that's wonderful. It's not too warm. As I said, it blended away and it looks awesome. It really looks. The only thing, but that is not really an Hourglass problem. You see over there, the whole concealer rubbed off. This always happens with skin tints to me. It doesn't matter if it's the Ilia, the Rare Beauty, the Fenty Eavesdrop. What other skin tints do they have? Summer Fridays, Rose Ink. Oh, and Chanel Le Beige Water Freshen. These always rub off the concealer. I don't know what it is, but this does not happen with a like traditional foundation, but the skin tints kind of remove my concealer. But that's, I don't have a problem with that, I just reapply it. Look at this. Ooh. With no additional product, I'm now going over it with a sponge to basically just blend out any streaks and stripes that I usually have around the nose and between the eyebrows. You know what's really annoying? When you have white hair or gray hair like I have, it is so annoying to put on foundation because you see just that I have foundation here and here. I hate that. It looks like my skin, but even out. And that has nothing to do with the concealer because as you see, it has rubbed off completely. And since we are such light coverage today, I will skip the corrector underneath the eyes and I will go in with the Glowish Bright Sealer, since this is the one concealer that I have that has the least coverage. And I'm blending that also out with a Rose Ink concealer brush, which is the number 1. Rose Ink has really good brushes, to be honest. Like, if you've never looked into them for brushes, you truly should, because their complexion brushes are really, really awesome. I just look like I have just finished my skincare routine. I love that. So I will now finish the rest of my face and I will come back for mascara application. So I did set my face with the Rodeo glass powder, and for setting spray I used the Milk Hydro Grip, which is nearly empty. Hooray! Finally. I hate that. Like, not hate, but it's not good. Now let's do the mascara. I am really, really excited. Is this pink on purpose? Or is it because of Barbie? So you have 2 sides of this product, and that's what we are trying to use, like it says on the instructions. So let me just give my lashes a quick curl. And for science, I'm skipping mascara primer. Alright, so here's the brush. I'm surprised because I thought it's like natural bristles, but it's a rubber wand, like that. So I'm now flipping the brush to the other side and so this is now what I define as one coat. Let me do a second. Better, still awful. I'm now going over with the Tarte tubing mascara to fix that a bit better now. I fell again for the marketing. Alright, so I've just applied the mascara now on both sides. Both sides I tried to save with the Tarte tubing mascara. I tried to figure it out how to use it, maybe in my routine, but for like the application as it is recommended, big no. The foundation I like so far, it looks really awesome, and I will check back in a couple of hours. Just for you to know, it's about 8 AM. I just wanted to do a quick check-in. It is now, let me grab my phone. It is like 12, it's noon. So I had this on like for 4 hours, and in those 4 hours I did a 40-minute workout on the cross trainer. So let me just take some like close-ups of my face and take the glasses off. So you see like these marks from the glasses, completely normal. I have these all the time. But even like on the forehead, is this focusing? I'm not sure, I hope it is. It looks nice, and look on my cheek over there. You know, for workout, I need my glasses because I don't know if I'm on focus or not. Even for the fact that I worked out, I think this still looks awesome. I think I will do the last check-in today at around 5 PM because after that I won't have time to check in. So I will see you in a couple hours again. It is now 3:30 PM and please don't mind that hair. I don't know, my hair was just annoying the shit out of me. So I basically took it and then I pulled it like to have the most tight push back on my head ever. I kind of like that feeling, like when it's so tight that it's like borderline hurting. But let me just show you how the face is looking. I have to say, I really do like this. Especially when you consider the fact that I had a 40-minute workout in between, and I think the foundation looks good. It still feels nice. To be honest, it feels a bit on the forehead sticky, but I was sweating in the workout. But at the same time, like over here and like the cheek area, it still feels like freshly powdered. Awesome. The shade 3 is absolutely stunning. So for shade reference, if that is important to you, in MAC, I'm an NC10. We already had Hourglass and Charlotte Tilbury, and what else could help? In Pat McGrath, I am a light 2. In Summer Fridays, I am the shade 1. In Guerlain Terracotta, I am 0C. Guerlain shades are just worse than Hourglass. And let me grab that Makeup Forever shade. I am 1N00, or the old shade would be Y205. In Fenty Eavesdrop, I'm shade 1. I just try to tell you as many shades of like popular foundations as possible so you have a nice comparison. In Lisa Eldridge, I'm a 4. Chantecaille Future Skin, Porcelain. And in Estee Lauder, I am 1N0. What do I think about this foundation? I actually love it. It is surprisingly good, and now I'm very happy that I bought it. And I will definitely test that out further. I have used this today with my like Holy Grail primer. That's the vitamin enriched face base. If you're like me and you like to test out foundations, you need to have like a baseline, and that baseline for me is the vitamin enriched face base, because this is just prepping the canvas without giving a matte finish, without filling in pores, without giving a dewy finish. It's just evening out kind of, without adding texture or adding any kind of finish. It's, as I said, to me, it's that one baseline that I love to use. Since the skin tint is so sheer, I truly see why the shades are so weird. In the beginning of the video said that I don't really understand the whole shade thing, but it blends out into nothing. So you could probably use a shade a bit lighter or darker than your skin tone. To me, and that was something that Charlotte Holcroft said, and I have to agree on that. To me, it is much more important to match the undertone than the foundation depth, because if you have the right undertone, you can correct the depth. I'd rather go with a foundation that is like 2 shades too light than a foundation that is very pink instead of neutral or yellow undertoned. In comparison to all the skin tints, let me just give you one last roundup. So how does Hourglass compare to the Rare Beauty skin tint? Not at all, because Rare Beauty is not really a skin tint, it's a tinted moisturizer, and to me this has medium, borderline buildable full coverage. And by the way, I have 2 shades, and the Rare Beauty, so for skin reference, I use a 10N and 14W because there's like nothing in between, and both mixed are perfect. And since these are in texture quite different and in the finish, I don't want to say like I like this one more or not. They are like equally good in their own categories. Let's see, Hourglass skin tint versus the Ilia Super Serum skin tint. The Ilia was, or still is, one of my favorite skin tints, even though the shade is very off because it's so cool. By the way, I am shade 1 in Rendezvous. I think there is a shade 0. But I'm not too sure, or at least this is not available in Germany. I love the glowy finish, but to be honest, for every day, I would prefer the Hourglass one, because this is a type of glowy finish that you get that you cannot cover. Like, the glow comes through, always. I even tried this by putting on a matte powder foundation on top, and after 1 hour, I looked still like a glazed donut. Like, it's not that I don't like the look, but sometimes I don't want to have that glow. So in terms of the skin tint area, I would prefer the Hourglass Minerals. I always want to say Mineral Skin Tint, the Hourglass Hydrating Skin Tint over the Ilia. And it's also a smell thing, because this smells like hay. Hourglass versus Rose Inc Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. Again, I prefer the Hourglass because even though this is a nice skin tint, I think the application is a bit fuzzy because of the bubbles. Talking about bubbles, Hourglass versus Chanel Water Fresh Tint, and my first thought is actually Chanel. I like this one better than this, and this might sound and this sounds probably completely like crazy, because I just said that the Rose Inc one is not better because of the bubbles. These bubbles are different. Like, they are just smoother in general, and I think this applies just better than Rose Inc. So that's why I prefer this over the Hourglass one. And in general, I'm just a sucker for Chanel base products. I would like to go to a Chanel counter, getting all of the face products, scraping everything out, putting this in one like bowl, mixing it all together, scoop out with my hand a whole whatever of Chanel complexion products, and then do this. You have the same feeling sometimes, like you wanna just slather it on. This is an interesting battle. Fenty Eavesdrop versus Hourglass Mineral Skin Tint. Texture wise, skin finish wise, and coverage wise, they are completely the same, but Hourglass lasts longer. The Fenty Eavesdrop is such a beautiful skin tint, but even on me, and I have an office job, I don't work out during the day. Well, besides today, but I don't have like physical exhausting work to do. I sit on my desk and stare at Excel spreadsheets all day long. This comes off after 4 hours. So this is long wearingness is just not good on this, so Hourglass over Fenty. And last but not least, we have Summer Fridays Sheer Skin Tint, and again Hourglass Summer Fridays over Hourglass. For one small reason. this has a bit more coverage. Even though this is a skin tint, it just has more coverage, it's more evening out, and this, even though this is just a skin tint, this even covers like these spots on my face when I have no concealer on or I just forgot to apply concealer. Which is the case when I have no... Just forget what I said, I'm so tired. But the question is now, of course, do you really need that Hourglass skin tint? It's not a question of need, in my opinion. It is a question of what is suitable for you on the market. And I am more than surprised by the Hourglass skin tint. I do think that this is a really, really good product. They just managed to create a formula that is making me really happy. I wish there were more than 18 shades. Let's just say that. And I think when I have complaints about the shade range in the low-fat milk skin color area, I have the feeling that the same problems will be in the darker skinned area. So for example, I don't understand why there is shade 1 that is like the fairest skin with rose undertone. Like, why can the fairest skin not have neutral undertones? That is still possible. The like levels of what we call fair, what we call a medium, and what is a tan and a dark, they are a bit off. But that is just an Hourglass problem, and I think they just have to work on that. But what do you say? Do you have that? Was it helpful? If not, what can I do to make this helpful? And I would love if you stay here. That would totally make my day, and I hope you will. And just comment, like, share, follow on Instagram and TikTok. I put the links down below because over there I just upload so much shit. Probably I'm very annoying, but I like that. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.